Danny, don't mess with Bill. No, 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 no. Don't mess with Bill. Hey, 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 welcome back to my channel. Let me sure make sure it's on. Hey, y'all. Hey. Yes, I'm a day late. Yes, I am. Y'all, that daylight savings time. And again, I'm in a show. I'm a day behind. Yes, I am. Hey, welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm Shar. I'm your recap auntie. And we are here to talk about episode 11 of Beyond the Gates. Y'all saw my intro. It took a lot of hard work and sweat to do. I'm just lying. Hey, thank y'all so much for coming by. Thank y'all for commenting. Thank y'all for being you. I got my little African beads on today just in case Bill want to pop off. My ancestors is behind me, baby. Don't with me. All right. I Danny. Okay, let me go ahead and just Ted. Okay. Y'all, I was just happen to watch it in between, work. And my boyfriend was here. He had a day off. So he was here looking at it. And he just seeing, watching me like, girl, what's wrong with you? I'm like, man, this happened. He really, it was just so much for yesterday's episode. I'm glad I had to have a day off because yesterday was a busy day for me. Like I said, I have a show this week. We had to take pictures. We was on the stage. We had to do a lot of costume changes and stuff. So it was busy. I was tired. Auntie was tired. Then they had the daylight savings time moving, springing forward like a little rabbit. Look, you want to executive everything else. Executive daylight savings time, sir. Let's get rid of that. Anyway, episode 11, Beyond the Gates. Remember, I break them down according to, this one I kind of took it according to how I saw it, but I did do some double dutches. So. So just let's start. What they did do was that they did really do something very responsible. Thank you so much for Beyond the Gates, CBS, whoever else is behind the very important disclaimer at the head at the start of this particular episode. And it gave a disclaimer about people who have, off themselves. Oh, Moo review. I forgot to say this is definitely a moo, y'all. This is a moo, and I do have my laptop here as my notes. So again, I always talk about how my memory is bad. It ain't bad because I'm in a show, and if I need to remember my lines and my block, and I remember that, no problem. But this, I don't want to skip anything, and if I forget anything, I know some of y'all will mention it in the comments below. But I have this here to help me remember, some key things. And sometimes I will quote what people say in my own little, special way. So anyway, I like how they did the disclaimer. And for those of you who do suffer from depression, from not feeling like you're loved, missing a loved one, because I've gone through my bouts of depression sometimes, even younger, even before my mom passed. So I find myself going to a counselor once a month. So I just wanted you to know that if you need help, I will put the website right here. They put the website on at the very beginning of this episode that says mental health is health.us. So I will be sure to put that right here at the beginning so you'll know that your mental health is health. It really is. A lot of people want to say that it's got to be something physical, like you break your arm or you're sick. But in the mind, there's a lot of things that go on in your mind that's unhealthy, and it causes the body to do things that never wanted to do or just end its life, and we don't want that for you. So if you're ever in a space that you are not feeling like yourself, whether it's depression, whether you're doubting or whatever the case may be, reach out to somebody at Mental Health is Health for their resources of where they can maybe connect you with somebody in your local state, city, area, city, town, parish, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So I think that was very responsible. Bravo to Beyond the Gates for doing that, because this was a serious episode. It was good, but it was very, very, very serious. So Vernon tells Jacob that this must be some mistake because Vernon is talking to Jacob at the house at the palace, that why is he there to arrest Danny, because the officer that was at the scene of the crime the other day, he he said he dropped the charges because of the charges that you're coming with now is unmerited. Go ahead, Vernon. Vernon used some words today. So we found out that Bill came forward with new charges, and Bill claims that he's a victim and it was okay for him to pursue charges against Danny. He presented the video as evidence, and Naomi tries calling him, but his ass don't answer the phone. So Naomi, she tries to call her father, and she's really really upset. Naomi don't really care too much for her pappy anyway. She tells him that he was never born, whatever. She wish he wasn't here. I think that she will regret that one day. So she thinks that Bill sent Jacob over there to arrest Danny. Jacob said that the attorney general's office thought that it was good for someone to arrest her who was familiar with the family, because if it was any other people, then it would be a whole big to do. News reporters would be there, it would be good, bad. So Bill actually had called somebody earlier. So news reporters were already out there because they were anticipating this. So he thought that since he was family, he has respect for them. It should have been him. Anita said, tells him, "How dare you use respect and family in the same sentence while marindizing your own mother-in-law?" Go ahead, Anita. You better tell marindizing your own mother-in-law. Go ahead, girl. So Jacob talking about he was just doing his job. You was getting a boner off of that, Jacob. Stop it. Naomi told him that when you called me earlier, you said that you were doing your job, but that you were my husband first. And if you meant every word that you said, don't you dare put those cuffs on my mammy. So Jacob holds up the cuffs to Danny, and she said the last time she saw those was when she was playing officer. Just ask Bill. Last time I saw some cuffs was I was the cop. I was Copper Danny. Just ask Bill. He'll tell you. So Jacob Jacob and Naomi argue about him doing what he did, and Vernon tells Danny that he has been where she is and seeing his reflections in the cuffs. I said, that's deep. And Danny says, but you were fighting for the rights of our people, Dad, not embarrassing your family. And Vernon said they used those cuffs to make us feel powerless, but we used them to prove how powerless they were. So don't let no one take your dignity, child. So Naomi said, I'm going to be my mama's lawyer. And then Jacob takes her to jail. Naomi tells Jacob that Bill used him as his errand boy and she will never forgive him. So they arrive at the station. Everybody walks in. Queen Anita, baby, she walks in there. I need that fur. I need that fur cape. I'm going to look that up. I need that fur cape. Had this beautiful gray fur cape, her hair, tossed over, and a leopard. No, was it? No, it was like a alligator skin bag or whatever. I need that. Okay. So when y'all get rid of y'all, costumes and stuff, pass that to me. All right. So Jacob tells them to wait outside while he processes her. Anita was like, oh no, we'll wait. We'll stay right here and watch. I said, go ahead, girl. So they go through the series of fingerprinting her with the electronics. I had to go today to get my fingerprints for my job. So they do electronic now. They don't put all that black ink on your finger no more. So, child, Danny style. Only Danny could do what Danny do. So she doing her mug shots, her regular. But then, honey, girl, she was girl, just doing Danny photo shoot style. I have a feeling that her mug shots are going to blow her up even more. I'm telling you, Auntie know what she's talking about. Everybody already digging her because she's a badass or bad bitch, whatever you want to call her. But when her mug shot goes viral, that's when it's going Bill gonna be like, damn, yeah. So they're hoping that she gets out tonight, and so the reporters are waiting outside. They figure that it was Bill. Martin is there with Smitty and gets angry that the cops are doing this and says, "Those sons of bitches." So Anita stops him he almost stops him from saying anything we do is a reflection on Danny. We don't need this. Because he was ready. I'm finding out that Martin has a little attitude. He got a little toot on him. He be ready to fight everybody. Calm down, Martin. You got your boo. You got your two kids. You a congressman. Calm the fuck down. You don't got to do all that fighting, honey. You really don't. Maybe you was beat up when you was a little boy and you just taking it out on everybody now. You ain't got to do that. Please, you rich. You ain't got to do that. So Bill walks in, honey, wearing his all black, his diabolical black, talking about, oh wow, I miss these Dupree family gatherings, complete with a speech by the Queen Anita herself. See, he knows it. Queen recognizes Queen. Martin interrupts him, say, "Don't you disrespect my grandmammy." And Bill talking, he is looking for the, I'm looking for the star of the evening in her orange jumpsuit. I said, you petty. You is petty. So Naomi and Chelsea are disappointed, and they tell him that he is sorry that they have to watch this due to their mother's criminality. He's talking about he's sorry that they got to watch this. They were so mad at him. So Anita wants to, you could tell that she was mad. She just wanted to spit in his face. So Bill is talking smart to Martin about creating a bill. Like, won't you create a bill, since you're a big congressman? Won't you create a bill to help criminals get jobs? Sounds familiar? And his aunt can be the poster child for this new bill. And I think he wanted to say, and you too. I think he wanted to say that. I feel like he wanted to say that, but he didn't. So Martin bucks at Bill. And Smitty gets in the middle and tells Martin that this is not the time, baby, nor the place. So Bill is like, come on, Cletus. Come on. Then I can sue another Dupree on some charges for simple assault. Come on. So Bill gives like some type of clue and tells Martin that this is the moment that he's been waiting for a long time. It's been coming. So he knows something. So Smitty has to literally pull Martin away from Bill. So Nita tells Bill that no one is going to jail. So Bill will have the charges. No, Vernon will have the charges against Danny dropped before the end of the night. That's what he says. So Bill tells him that it's way too many witnesses for that. The video is way too many millions of witnesses. After what she did, oh, she'll be in jail. So Chelsea asks him, "Why does he keep doing this to me, Dad? Because this could make Mom go to prison, and she has to live like that, like she did to her. What was it? She has to live that she did. She has to live with the thought of she did that to her." That's what Chelsea said. So Bill is like, "Chelsea, sweetheart, no, no, no. You a heroine here, baby. You made it possible for justice to be served." And Vernon was like, "How dare you use your baby child to justify your aberrant behavior?" Aberrant. Aberrant. You know, that's the word of the day. Let me see what that means. BRB. Okay, aberrant or aberrant. It is departing from an accepted standard, diverging from the normal type. It's like to move from the norm. Abnormal. Okay, so that's what it is. Aberrant behavior. Then he tells him, he says, you know what, Bill? You are nothing but a petty, conniving piece of shit. And then, oh, Haley, stop this. Everybody stops. I was like, wait a minute, honey. You can't tell King V what to do, aka King Vernon. You can't come in here and tell him what to fucking do. He can't. So she is wearing all these loud ass prints. I don't know why they dress her like, I don't know, like she's a doll baby. It's like she grown. I mean, she's cute, but y'all dressing her in this stripes and then play. I don't know why y'all dress her up like that. I don't know. And maybe her character is supposed to look like she's trying too hard. Yeah, like she's trying too hard. I guess I don't know. I just don't like her outfit sometimes. So she tells everybody they have to stop. They have to stop all of this now. And Haley asks Bill, why didn't he tell her about this? Because they pulled each other to the side, and he kind of brushes it off. And he asks her, "How did you find out about what I did?" She said that it don't matter how I found out. What really matters is that you kept this from me, Nick. So Chelsea asks, Chelsea says to Naomi in the corner, our evil stepmammy is pissed. And Naomi is like, trouble in adulterous paradise. So Vernon gets with Martin, like, what the F were you thinking, going in on him like that? And Martin says, Bill has gone too far. He thinks he needs to be put in his place. So Vernon was like, not with your fist, surrounded by cops, Nick. As much as it pains we both know who holds the cards in this situation. So chill the fuck out. So Haley tells Bill that we both agreed to let it go. And he said, no, I agree that things will be handled. And she tells him, oh, so you tried to play me? Like you played her when it came to our trust? It's like, what's that about? So Haley was like, so you really try to play me? I was like, girl, whatever. Trying to act big and bad or whatever. So Bill says, the one who's playing us is Danny is playing us. And so Haley was like, oh, so it was her who reignited these theatrics tonight. No, that was you, Bill. So now I'm the homewrecker who stole her ex-husband who just got arrested for an attempted murder. So Bill is like, we can't be around here caring about what people think. And Haley's like, so why do you care what people think about your ex-wife's wedding lunacy? And so she says, you're holding on to Danny. I feel it in my shanana. You're holding on to her. And Bill's like, that's not true, dude. I mean, baby, that ain't true. She says, your need to win is more important than me. And either way, I'm the other woman. And Bill claims there is nothing left between Danny and me. Boo. She said, well, prove me wrong then. You made the charges appear, then make them disappear and drop them, nigga. So Jacob brings back Danny into the place, and all the charges have been dropped. She is free to go. So Danny tells them, if you're looking for a thank you, you will find that shit in hell. So Bill's like, you can thank my new bride for that. And so Haley apologizes to Danny again, although she feels that Danny won't believe her, which she don't. So Danny tells Haley, my mother always says that you can't use a passive voice to make an apology. So Danny tells Haley, it's all your fault because of all of this happening. Taking my husband, all of this is because of what you did. So Haley tells her, yeah, you're right. You're right. But one thing, Danny, I do not regret loving Bill, but I do regret the pain that I caused you. They all leave except for Jacob and Naomi. And so Jacob goes to his wife and asks her, can I come home too? She said, you should have given me a heads up and I could have prepared my mammy. That's my mama. And he felt that if Danny got a warning about her arrest, she would have spooked and taken off, and he didn't want to risk that. Tells him that you should have taken that risk. You don't trust me, and I don't trust your ass. Danny is home, and then they all give her a hug. So Anita is like, where's Nicole? So we'll talk about Nicole later. She said, oh, something happened, and I'll tell y'all about it later. So Martin tells them she has something to take care of that night. So she will let them know about what happened later. So Martin tells Danny that she worked that mud shot. She really did. So Smitty talks briefly with Vernon about his concerns about how Martin was at the police station, and Vernon tells him, "Oh, don't worry about it. He just got mad at Bill. You know, he just got at Bill first. He responded. Like a lot of us wanted to do that. So he was just really mad at Bill because Bill sunned him. You know, like looking him down, like he kind of like embarrassed him and sunned him. And he's a congressman, so the whole family wanted to do the same. It's just that Martin beat us all to it. That's what he said. So he tells Smitty to stop worrying. So Danny tells Naomi that she hoped that Jacob was doing his job didn't cause a rift in their relationship, and Naomi tells them that Jacob chose her dad and the blue over their wedding bands. How can I reconcile that? So she leaves. So she gets home and Jacob is there and she tells him that you chose my dad over me. He says he didn't. She said, yes, you did, Jacob. So Bill, okay, could we go back to Bill? So Bill is like, when are you going to realize that I did that to protect you? Because we flip scenes. Remember, I'm sorry, but today we flipping scenes. And so Haley was like, protecting me, nigga, you was protecting you. I said, okay, I'm gonna give you some finger snaps on that one, finger claps on that one, Haley. I am. She said, you might not love her anymore, but you care what she thinks. Are the Duprees that important to you? So then they go back to Danny and Chelsea and they talk about how they need to love she said, you need to love their dad and don't waste their relationship on how he treats me, but how he treats you. Don't do that. So Danny wonders why he did it. And we'll find out some more stuff that she talks about at the end. Okay. Ted, Nicole, and Eva and motherfucking Leslie. Leslie plays crazy. Whoever this actress is, honey, baby, you are doing the shit. And I'm gonna say it, girl. You play great, crazy, great. You really do. So, Nicole is at there on the roof, and she's telling her, "Please don't jump." And Leslie is like, "What if I have? What if I want an audience?" So we don't know each other at least directly since seen on the covers. I've seen you on the covers of those glossy magazines. She asks Nicole to help her, and then she starts to cry up a storm. So Nicole moves in closer to Leslie. Leslie tells her to stay right there. Don't move any closer. Nicole asks her for her name, and she says, "My name is Sherry." So Sherry Leslie say, "How much?" Those red bottom shoes cost more than I make in a year. I'm sure that the last 5 minutes that you spent here, I make that in a week. And Nicole was like, I'm doing this for free. I'm here for free, honey. And Leslie tells her that she lost her husband about 6 months ago. And I guess I started losing myself around that same time. And she says that she feels alone and a lot of pain. So she tries to jump again. And then so we go down to Ted, talking to nurse boss Shanice. And so Ted is like, look, he's going up on the roof to help his wife and Nicole. So we go back up there. And Nicole tells Leslie that she's not ready to give up, and Leslie keeps threatening about how she's serious about jumping. And Nicole just gives her a voice of reason so that she doesn't jump. And so Leslie is bringing on the tears again. And then Nicole asks her to come to her office, have some tea. We'll be all right. Let's kumbaya, boo. They hold hands. I thought the way that Leslie held her hand in the fore of her elbow, I thought she was going to yank her ass off that roof. So they both get off the elevator, and Ted is at the front desk. So Leslie comes off first, and then she says that she don't know how talking to her is going to make things better. And so Nicole just says, "This is just the first step, Sherry." And Ted hears her name because he was going to go up there on the roof, but he saw them, so he saw them walking. So Nicole tells her that if she feels a little wobbly, just hang on her. I'll help you, walk this first step. So Ted is looking at them both, and so Nicole is walking away, and then Leslie turns at Ted, baby, and winks her eye. I was like, but the way he acted that part, he acted like he didn't see her. So I wasn't too sure what happened. So it was a commercial break. I was like, that Leslie, you was getting tired of waiting on Eva, weren't you? So they arrive in Nicole's office, and Nicole wants to close the door, and Leslie said, "No, please keep it cracked. I don't like to be closed in like that." So Leslie says something about her husband being gone, but Nicole and me, we thought that you meant that he was dead, girl. We didn't know he left like deuces. We didn't know that. Why am I sitting like this? We didn't know that. So Leslie tells her that her husband left and his new wife, they're living there in town, and they both look straight through her as if like she's dead or some type of ghost. Nicole tells Leslie that I know that must hurt, but offing yourself is not the answer. So Leslie tells her that she wanted him to see how much it hurt her, him leaving her. So Leslie wants to give revenge on that man. So Ted is outside the door listening in on their conversation. So Leslie tells Nicole that she hopes that she don't think that I'm crazy. Nicole says that you've gone through a traumatic event, honey. You need tools to deal with it. I'll continue these sessions for free of charge if you want to. Leslie's like, no, I don't think that's a good idea, because it would remind me of my lowest moment, being here and almost jumping off. I don't want to do that. So Nicole agrees and give her a list of therapists that she can go see. So Leslie leaves, and Ted pops in while he catches her in the hallway. So, what the hell are you doing here? I was like, oh, he knew her. Ted. God damn it. So they have this exchange. Ted and Leslie have this exchange. He's like, don't fuck with my wife. Leslie tells Ted that you left me, Nick. Ted says, look, we had an affair. I can't even say it, y'all. We had an affair. I paid you off, and that was years ago. We agreed. Leslie says that I caved, and I'm rethinking things now. And Ted is like, look, how much do you want so you can go away? Leslie says, something that you never gave me before, respect. And if you can't handle that, then I guess I'm gonna have to book a session with Nicole. And so tell me, if I confide to your wife about our affair, is she allowed to confront you about it or be bound by the hypocrite oath of yours? I said, bitch, crazy. Girl, you better say that. So Ted is like, look, I don't know why you're here. See, this is the most nigga I've ever seen because Ted is always so together, so tight. Remember on that video I told y'all? I said, no, y'all is acting too nice. Like everything is perfect. Something going on. So Ted's like, I don't know why your ass is here, but whatever you came from, you need to take your ass back. Because if you come for my wife again, I will destroy you, bitch. Leslie says, oh, Teddy Bear, I've never seen you this angry before. You need a good consult with a good therapist. So Ted comes to the office to talk to Nicole and gives her a hug. And he asks her, is she okay? Because he was worried. He also asked her, what did the woman talk about? And Nicole's like, I can't share that with you. We got doctor patient privilege. You know that. You a doctor. So he asks her, will she see her again? She said, no, Sherry wants to start with somebody fresh and new. But her door is always open. So Leslie calls Eva and tells her that she could have been dead, but she's very much alive. And Eve was like, what does that mean? Why are you at the hospital? You were supposed to keep your ass at home on the low low while I get close to Ted and Nicole, mama. Leslie's like, well, I sort of met her. Well, Sherry did. Eva was like, who the hell is Sherry? My alter ego, Sherry Carter. Press pause. Them Carters. Just in case she watching, I'm gonna keep it moving. Oh, let me press pause. Okay, I'm back. She said that Sherry made quite a first impression on both Dr. Richardsons. So Eva's like, wait a minute, you talked to Ted too? So Leslie's like, I pissed him the fuck off, and it was so satisfying. He saw my power and he was afraid. I just hearkened to my theater days and gave my best Juliet. I was like, okay. I'm a theater actress too. I'm a thespian. I can see why, I'm gonna give it to you today, Leslie. I'm gonna give it to you because we thespians, because we can go there. Okay. So so Eva was like, you didn't, that is awful. So Leslie was like, and so is the damn video they did acting like they were such a perfect fucking couple. And Ava was like, Mama, none of this is okay. And so Leslie was like, it is necessary. It was necessary. I needed to see her in person, this Nicole, and play with her a little bit. But Ted cornered her and made some empty threats. And I can't wait until he finds out about you. Mm, so delicious. I was like, girl, you want him down your throat, don't you? Me too. Okay. If Eva promise, she tells her mama, promise you won't do anything like this again. You work too hard to blow this up with unnecessary risks. When the time is right, you'll have your revenge. And then Leslie was like, oh yes, I will, bitch. Oh, yes, I will. So Doug, honey, Doug is a gambler. That's all we need to know. He used the money that Joey gave him. He wound up winning, which I think it was a setup because now he thinks that he's on this winning streak. And his friend Randy said, Nick, you don't know Joey the way I know Joey. Leave him alone. You can't tell Doug nothing. He feels like he's on a winning streak. Um, Andre and Eva. Andre and Eva kind of look cute together. Um, Andre was there taking a drink. Eva came, said, "Oh, you, Andre, fine ass Richardson, the photographer." She said she saw his work on IG before. She was impressed. He bought her a drink. Okay, I thought that was cool. And then Andre saw Ashley and Derek over the other table. They went over there. So Ashley's like, I didn't know that you was seeing Eva. He's like, I just met her. She's like, oh, like, thank God. girl, girl, stick with Derek. Derek is a good dude. Leave him alone. So let's get back to my Danny. So, Danny, honey. Girl, why, Danny? Why? I don't get it. So she said, I just don't understand. I just don't understand why he keeps messing with me. She said, I just don't get it. I'm trying to understand. Cause she says, Mama, y'all, I said I was done. I was done with that nigga. I ain't want to be with him no more. I put the lid on the coffin. The nails was in there. I did not want to fuck with him no more. But all of a sudden, it's like he gets it gets off having me as his nemesis. Like he just wants to just fuck with me all the time. And I'm just trying to move on, but he won't let it go. He won't let me just be free. He won't let me be myself. And so she was like, Danny wonders why he did it. She seems to be very turned on by it. She says, if he's invited me to this overture that is not over, she was like, they showed this real close up. She said, I would take his ass back in a heartbeat. I was like, really? Oh, I'm sorry, really? Danny, girl, we worked so hard to get through him. I think he gets a boner just knowing that you and him just be fighting and shit all the time. I just think it get hard. And now you wet. Y'all better stop that. Y'all using that child. I think that he got bored in his marriage because, she just let him do whatever. He was like, let me take this shit up a notch. Let me go ahead and not only fuck around on her, get the daughter's best friend, marry her, let her sit on the front row to watch this shit happen, move her in the big house, keep her. He wanted to do that. He has some type of sexual pleasure by this. I think so, y'all. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I feel like that's what's happening. Don't mess with him. That's what I said at the beginning of this video. Don't mess with him, Danny. Danny, you hear me? Don't mess with him, girl. But I know when a cat wants it, honey, they can't hear nothing but the heat. And I want to see a scene with them. I like when her and Andre be kicking it, but I want to see I want to see her and Bill. We owe that, right? We supposed to get it. So okay, that was episode 11, girl. Again, I'm a day late, but we gonna make it right. After this week, I will be on schedule, but I'm gonna make sure I hit everyone this week. All of them might be a day late, but I'm gonna make sure I hit them. Oh, Danny, girl, I'm not feeling that, girl. He don't. He does want you. I don't know, y'all. Thank y'all for coming by. Thank you for coming to my channel, and we're gonna keep this rolling. I love the interaction. I love the views. No, it ain't of the thousands and millions and stuff yet, but I have a goal, and my goal is to be on the show. And I found out that you don't have to be in that what is it? What's the word? Viral. You don't have to be that viral. I only had one viral video, but it could be more. But my goal is to be on the show. So that's my goal, and I feel like that if this video gets into the right hands, it will be, and so I can still be on season 2. Even if I'm doing like I'm like one of the sisters or a fan of Danny's. Girl, hey Danny, hey girl, pay me and I will do that. Okay. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Let me go to this rehearsal one more week. I could be on the stage on Friday. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow for the next video.